welcome back to my channel, and today we're getting into the EnrichRx soft gel tip and system by Koopa. Koopa is a very popular brand. I always see, their drills. I used to have a Koopa drill, and what made me interested in trying this particular soft gel tips and system is because the tips come pre-etched. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, when they told me about this system from the other company and they were saying how it saves time and you can do more design, I was trying to figure out how is it gonna save time if I have to etch the tips, but we'll get into all of that later. This sample pack was one of the free packs that I got from them. It was available to anybody if you would just go to their website and pay the shipping for it. So thank you, Koopa. We love to try a product before we splurge all our money on the full system. It came with square medium length tips. It came with a file, a buffer, and the EnrichRx gel adhesive. Now, I've been wanting to add this service to my service menu. However, like I said, I didn't want to spend time to have to etch each nail tip. So when I saw this and saw it was dropping, I trust the Koopa brand, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just go for it. So I personally would like to try new products on myself. Here are the directions on the back of the box, but I also purchased a different set of tips, and that's the Almondletto soft gel tips. And like I said, before I put any service on my service menu, I always try products on myself to see how they fare with functioning. I was going on vacation right after I applied these, so I wasn't going to be at work. I was going to be doing different things, and when I tell y'all, I was just like, now is the opportunity for me to jump on it. I'm probably going to like the product, so I'm just going to go ahead and invest in the length and shape that I want. So I went ahead and sized the tips to my fingers. I do this every time I get new tips. Every tip number is not the same from brand to brand. So what might be, or what might fit you in a 1 in one particular brand of tips may be a 2 or a 0 in another brand of tips. Some tips go from 0 to 10, some tips go from 0 to 9. I've seen them go from 1 to 11. So I just found the tip that worked for me. I have top coat on my nails, so I'm going to go buff them off. And then one thing that I've seen from a local nail tech who uses a different soft gel system, with her non-dominant hand, in order to get the same quality of design, she uses light base colors and does the design the same way you would do as if you were doing a press on. So I'm using some iGel polish, and I think that's a CNC polish, and I'm just gonna go through and do a partial French, but you'll see the design and you'll see me complete that a little bit later. So I'm going in with my Young Nails Protein Bond and prepping my nails, and then I'm going to follow that up with my Today's Miracle Non-Acid Primer, and that is another step I use to make sure I get maximum adhesion whenever I'm doing a nail extension of any kind. And following the instructions on the back of the sample box, I'm going to go in and apply a thin layer of the gel onto my natural nails. I'm not going to cure it, and then I'm going to put a small bead inside the well of the tip and adhere that cuticle first, pressing down towards the free edge, and then I'm going to cure for 15 seconds. I got a little ooze coming out at my cuticle, so I'm just going in and using a brush to clean that up. This is my light system that I set up off to the side of me because I don't have a mini light, or at the time I did these, I didn't have a mini light to flash cure. So I just used my Care Sky gel lamp propped up on my drawer. The part of the application that I need to perfect is how much and the exact placement of where to put the bead inside of the well of the tip, because I kept getting ooze from my side walls and from the cuticle area, which of course would affect the adhesion of that nail. It'll create a gap or a space where debris, water, or anything else can get in, and it just won't be secure and long lasting as it would if I was doing a traditional acrylic set of nails. So again, I'm coming in and I'm prepping my nails with primer and protein bond, and then I'm going to apply my tips. This time, because I'm using my dominant hand, I left my tips clear, and I'm just going to do the design while they're on my hand. that I have all my tips applied, I'm going to go in and cure my entire hand for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to come in with my buffer and just etch off the shine of the tips. This way, it'll help with the adhesion of the gel polish and whatever design I'm going to do next. I actually am paying close attention to my sidewalls and my cuticles because some of that spillage dried up and was cured. And I'm just going to take my cuticle nipper and kind of nip that away and then come back in with my buffer to get things as smooth around my cuticle area as possible. To go wash my nails with soap and water and get off any dust and debris. I know a lot of people don't use soap, but nail technology has come a long way. You can use soap, take some acetone, wipe down the nail bed, and you'll be good to go. The best part about this system for me is not the convenience of just, popping some nails on and designing and going. It's the shaping. A lot of people have difficulty with consistent shaping, and I feel like this is just a blessing that takes that step and that headache away. Like, even though almonds are my favorite shape to do, and it's one of the shapes that I can get consistent most often, it takes away that stress and that guesswork. And again, all of the products that I'm using will be in the description box below. final thoughts about this system. I think it's great that the tips come pre-etched. I think it's a very easy system of steps to remember and follow. It will make a great addition to your service menu. I've had my nails on now for about 10 days and only one nail has come off, and that is because I believe of my error. That was one of the nails that I had trouble with a lot of the oozing coming out, so I think it was just a lot of space and it wasn't adhered properly. But yeah, overall, I'm going to be testing this out on myself more, and I'm definitely going to be adding it to my service menu. Thank you, nail friends, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Later.